So, do any of you know that the high schools you went to had a drama, acting, or theater class? Any of you here? Pretty much all of us. All right. Well, how many of you guys considered the class, considered taking it, like even like thought about it? A lot less. All right. Well, I believe that theater classes and acting classes are a lot more beneficial to everyone than just like acting majors and such, because we have acting and theater classes here on campus. So hopefully by the end of my speech today, I will persuade you guys to either enroll in an acting course here, or maybe influence your siblings, your younger siblings, or even friends to take a course as well. So first off, I'm going to talk about what goes on in a theater class. Secondly, I will discuss benefits of the class. And third and finally, I'll discuss my connection with the course and why it matters to you guys. So first off, what goes on in the drama class? So according to Bill Roper's article, Howard Gardner, Knowledge, Learning, and Development in Drama and Arts Education, which was written in 2000, he believes that there are 6 of the 8 multiple intelligences that Howard Gardner believes in his theory that can be found in a drama course. And he believes that they are these here. So the 6 that he lists are linguistic, logical mathematical, spatial, body kinesthetic, interpersonal, and intrapersonal. And so he doesn't believe that the 2 that aren't in there are musical and naturalistic. But since this was written in 2000, it's a little different nowadays. So to tell you guys what each is, linguistic to start off is kind of the language we speak and how we portray, like how we talk kind of. And then logical mathematical is how we see patterns and how we solve problems scientifically. And then visual and spatial is being able to see like images and such. And body kinesthetic is being able to use your body as an expression. So things like athletes and actors do that. And then there are interpersonal, which is being able to know like how to communicate a point across to other people effectively. And then intrapersonal, which has to do with knowing one's own goals and strengths and weaknesses. So now that you know a little bit about the class, I'll talk about the benefits. So, and then all of these were described by Julie Wise on the Sojourner School website from 2001. And the Sojourner School website is, the Sojourner School has a lot to do with Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. So now the benefits. So according to an article on USA Today written by Matthew Johnson in 2015, the top 3 reasons he believes that you should enroll in an acting course in your college is that it develops better speaking and communication skills. It's a great change of pace from our regular college courses, and that it develops a appreciation for people who are in the fine arts and just an appreciation for the arts in general. So to talk about the first one, the development of better speaking and communication skills. Why he thinks that this is true is because in a drama class or an acting class, you're surrounded by people who are kind of in there for the same reason. They all want to somehow better themselves in a way for speaking. So you're kind of surrounded by people who positively influence you, and the teacher who surrounds you in the atmosphere where there's not really very much judgment. So according to Simon Brooks' article, Making the Case for a Mandatory Introductory Class in the General Education Paradigm, which was written in 2012, he argues that regular classes, so for general ed, he believes that an acting or theater class should be mandatory. And he believes this because all the classes that we regularly take are all analytical and make us analyze things, and they don't really involve us in being creative. So like this class, I believe that it does make us creative. We get to choose our own speeches, we get to do things how we want it. It's a lot of our own creativity. But a lot of regular courses, you don't really have much of a set. So now that I talked a little bit about the benefits, I'll go on to discuss my connection. So I myself in high school, I took a drama class, and I was in numerous plays at the high school, and even here I've looked into the courses and such. So when high school started, I was really shy and really nervous, and I didn't want to talk to anyone, make any friends. I wasn't a person who wanted to get up in front of the class and talk. I was just there to get my grade, write essays, do that, and then just kind of sit in the back and be quiet. But after I started like auditioning for drama and being in the class, it kind of like restructured how I think, and it influenced me positively in the way that it allowed me to be able to be up here and talk to you guys without feeling like I'm constantly being judged, or if I mess up, like if I slip up or something, I feel like it's all right. Everyone, it happens to the best of us. And so I believe that essentially that's like one of the greatest things, like being able to get up here and just do your best, give it your best shot. So on the American Alliance for Theater Education website, they didn't list an author or when it was posted, but they listed a couple things. So they listed that the dropout rate for students who were in an acting course or who were in like a theater class or anything like that were less likely to drop out than students who weren't. They also scored higher on tests than students who weren't. So how many of you guys like to fail tests? No hands. All right. How many of you guys want to drop out? All right. No hands. That's what I imagined. So this is why I believe it can relate to everyone, because it's been proven that it helps with dropout rates and it helps with taking tests. So, I mean, if you guys have siblings or even friends that you feel are maybe struggling in school and don't want to see them do bad for themselves, want to see them do better in the long run, maybe convincing them to take an acting class or a theater class is their option. Maybe that would be good for them. So now that, and this was one of the plays that I was in. So now that I'm pretty much done with my presentation, I'll wrap it up. So hopefully I persuaded maybe a couple of you, maybe all of you, to take an acting course or even to convince your siblings to. So first off, I talked about what takes place in the class, and then second, I discussed the benefits, and third and finally, I discussed my connection and why you guys should be connected. So hopefully you see the benefits as I do, because acting can come in handy for many things. It can come in handy for getting out of a speeding ticket, doing better on tests, getting up here in front of your comm class, all kinds of things. Thank you.